Welcome to the Old West Traveler and the launch of our new Warrior Tribes Bracket Series, where we pit the most legendary Native American warrior tribes against each other in a battle for legacy. This isn't about fantasy, it's about real history, real people, real resistance. Today's matchup kicks off with a clash between two heavyweights. The shadowy desert raiders of the Apache versus the thunder-charging horse warriors of the Cheyenne. Who was more feared? Who fought harder? Who left a bigger mark on the West? Let's find out. The Apache were not a single tribe, but a confederation of Athabascan-speaking bands across Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and northern Mexico. They included such tribes as the Chiricahua, the Mescalero, Western Apache, White Mountain Apache, and San Carlos Apaches. These warriors were masters of guerrilla warfare, using the mountains and canyons and deserts like weapons. From the 1600s to the 1880s, the Apaches fought back against every invading force they encountered. The Spanish, who called them wild dogs of the desert, the Mexican army, who tried mass extermination, and the U.S. cavalry, who spent decades chasing them without a victory. One of their most feared leaders, Geronimo, he was a Chiricahua Apache who led small bands of fighters across the border, escaping cavalry columns while raiding military outposts and settlements. Another, how about old Cochise, who held the Chiricahua stronghold in Arizona for 11 years during the Apache Wars. One of their standout moments was in 1861, following a false accusation. Cochise escaped captivity by slashing through a tent wall with his knife and led an all-out Apache retaliation against U.S. forces. The Bascom affair ignited over a decade of bloodshed across southern Arizona. Now, the Apache's weapons and tactics are pretty simple. Compact bows for fast release, long fighting knives, rated firearms, and the mystery of sudden ambush, sniper tactics, and terrain vanishing acts. Their strengths: mobility, terrain control, and unpredictability. Weaknesses: well, divided bands and limited long-term supply chains will cause them a problem. Now let's take a look at the Cheyenne, once farmers of the Great Lakes, transformed into elite plains horsemen warriors. After migrating westward, by the 1800s, they were one of the most feared mountain forces in the northern plains. Split into the northern and southern Cheyennes, they frequently got together with Lakota Sioux and the Arapaho, often engaged in joint military campaigns against the U.S. Army and rival tribes. Their warrior structure was formalized through the legendary warrior society known as the Dog Soldiers. Now, this is a band of elite fighters known for never backing down in battle. They often stake themselves to the ground with rope, vowing to die before retreating. One of their standout moments as a tribe was in 1868, when the Cheyenne, Lakota, and Arapaho ambushed old General Custer's 7th Cavalry over there at the Battle of the Ouachita River in Oklahoma, in response to an earlier massacre. Later in 1876, Cheyenne warriors played a crucial role in the Battle of the Little Bighorn, surrounding and annihilating Custer's forces. Now, their weapons and tactics of choice, well, they liked those war clubs and tomahawks and longbows. They did do the flintlocks and repeaters that acquired through trade and other ways. They organized cavalry flanking and high-speed charges, and coordinated encampments with allied warfare. Their strengths: unity and warrior societies, fast-responding cavalry. Their weaknesses, well, they relied on open terrain, more vulnerable to harsh winters or resource shortages. Let's break it down, warrior to warrior. Open plains battle, well, the Cheyenne had the edge with their war society coordination and horse charges. Mountain or desert fighting, well, the Apache would turn that land into a trap of itself. Psychological impact: Apache raids terrified entire settlements. Cheyenne charges crushed regiments. Endurance over time: well, the Apaches fought against 3 nations, Spain, Mexico, and the U.S., for over 250 years. I don't think you need to be a brain surgeon to figure out this one. Both tribes shaped warfare in the West, but in very different ways. Who won? Well, in a battle contest of tactics and legacy and sheer resilience, the Apache, and they advanced to our next round. Their ability to fight, survive, and strike fear across centuries through ambushes, escape, and endurance puts them just over the top. The bracket has begun, and the Warriors are just warming up. Next up, the Comanche versus the Lakota Sioux, a battle between horse lords of the southern and northern plains. Make sure you subscribe to the Old West Traveler, hit that damn bell, leave me a comment down below. Did the right tribe win? Who are you rooting for in this tournament of warriors? Let us know down below. We want to hear from you. Until next time, partner, thanks for joining us here at the Old West Traveler.